everybody, it's Brooke. I hope you're having a great day. This is number 2 in the series, Come and Play With Me. I'm going to make some triple tag journaling spots today because I'm out and I use them in almost every journal, including my own, because I'm always looking for ways to sort of incorporate more real estate where possible. That would explain why my journals are so fat. Anyway, some of the things we'll use today are cardstock, and this is K & Company. It's an old one. We have a discount store here in Maine called Rennie's, and I actually got this for $3.99 because I think it's like a 2013 pattern or something. It's called Engraved Garden Designer Pad, but it's got beautiful papers. Also going to use my Crocodile, and I'm going to use glue, some stamping ink, a rubber stamp, bone folder, scissors, eyelets, and a regular ruler, and my paper trimmer. So anyway, first thing to do is to pick out paper, and this collection is I just think it's gorgeous. And what I'm looking for is something that is patterned on one side and a little bit lighter that you could journal over on the back side. So I love these strawberries, but I think the back is dark. Well, yeah. I like that guy, but this guy's fallen out. So, okay, we're going to use the butterflies. The back side is sort of this lacy green and cream, so that'll work. So, oh, I have 2. This pad is old enough that it's fallen apart. All right, so let's get this out of the way. Get my big old cutter out here, see if I can do it without thwacking the camera. That's always interesting. And again, for you, if you're just joining us, this is only the second time I've done a Play With Me video, so if it's the dog's dinner, please forgive me. I'm learning. So at any rate, okay, so we're going to take our 12 by 12 paper, and I am going to cut it to 9 by 8.5. And this one is sort of directional. So I want the 9 part running this way. So I'm going to take it over to my cutter and measure to 9, and then move it this way. And again, these measurements are completely just random. It's what I decided I wanted. They can be bigger or smaller. There is 8.5. So then we're going to take this, and I'm going to turn it over because I have an easier time seeing on the lighter side. And we're going to score it to make tags. We're going to score it every 3 inches. So rather than getting out my cutting board, I just do it this way. Use the track of my cutter. And don't press too hard or you'll tear the paper, which is what I just did. So move that first crease mark that we just made to the 3. So now we have 3 sections that are 3 inches each. So I'll fold this and you can see what I mean. Use my bone folder and get in there and give it a good crease. And probably what I will do is that place where I gouged it, it's not too bad. When I dug too hard with my bone folder, I can just reinforce that with washi tape. So now we have this little tri-fold guy. And it folds up nice and flat. I want to make sure that's the case. Score it down a little bit more. Then what I'm going to do is open it up and make sure that I've got the top facing the top. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the script is directional, so I want to make sure that I'm going the right direction. And that would be this way. And I'm going to score it at about 2.5 because this is going to make a little pocket on the bottom of our tags. So again, just score it lightly. Let's move that over and fold it up where we just scored. Give it a good fold from the center out. And so now we've got this little tri-fold guy that goes like that. Smooth it down, smooth it down. So, little pocket, open it up. Got 3 little pockets here. So now to make it look like a tag, what I'm going to do is, yeah, this is the crazy part where I cut freehand. Good luck with that, Brooke. It's not my strong suit. But I'm going to go ahead with all 3 layers and just snip that off, and then you can take the piece you just cut off and hold it in place. Actually, it's going to be easier if I do it this way. Hold it in place and kind of use that as a template so that you get even sides. I honestly usually just eyeball it. Oh, well, that was not great. It'll do. It'll do in a pinch. So now, when you open it up, you've got much more of a tag shape. Okay, then I'm going to take my crocodile and punch a 3/8 hole right in the middle. Again, eyeballing it, not that concerned. And when you open it up, you obviously have a hole in each section. So you can see that. So now it really is starting to look more like a triple tag. You decide which way it's going to fold up. Mine folds more neatly this way. So I'm going to, you can either put in a paper reinforcer, leave it by itself, don't punch a hole at all, whatever works for you. But I'm going to go ahead and attempt to put in an eyelet, which, you know, I can barely do myself. Doing it on film is going to be just incredibly brave. I can barely even get the container open. Ah. All right, let's see if I can do this. So I'm just going to put it in the front piece. This is the piece that'll be showing. And I always forget which goes which way, but we'll see if I can get it. Oops. I can't even do this by myself. Trying to do it on camera is a joke. Line that up. That doesn't feel right. Give it a mash. No, I did it backwards, or upside down rather. So let's try it the correct way. Do not try this at home, because if you do it the wrong way, you can break your crocodile. Give it another mash. Nope. Am I just not lining it up properly? Usually it works pretty well. I'm going to stick it up near my face. Sorry if my big noggin's in the camera. Easier said than done. Everyone hold your breath. It still doesn't feel... Oh, wait, that felt like it mashed. There we go. Not well, though. Eee. So I would, were I just doing this on my own, I'd take some more time and mess around with that. But because I'm sure you've had all the fun that you can take of that, I'm going to go ahead and leave it for now. So now we've got this beautiful triple tag with pockets. And what you can do is go ahead and notch here. Actually, let me get this stuff out of the way, give us a little room. Move my cutter, don't hit the camera, Brooke. Yay! Alright, so what you can do is cut right down in this crease in between each tag, and then cut just a little sliver out so it folds a little more neatly. You do not have to do this, but it does give you a reduced bulk in those fold lines, so I like to do it. Just the teeniest little bit. Gosh, everything's harder when you're trying to film it. I don't even know if I'm in camera. Sorry guys, as I said, this is a new... Playing with me on camera is a new thing for me. So get those out of the way. And this is where we are now. So your little pockets fold up. You got your janky looking eyelet. Don't look at that because yours is going to be much better. And there you go. So now at this point, you can go 100 different directions with it. What I want to do, I think, is make some spaces for journaling. And I have my giant box of cardstock bits. These are the pound packages that you can buy from, I guess, Michael's or whatever. And with tons of colors. The problem with these that I find is you don't get a lot of sort of rich colors. They're mostly brights. Sorry for my crinkling. But I think on this deal, I'm going to go and just use these cream colored ones because they're right here. So I'm pulling out 3 of those, set my box aside, and see how they look. And yeah, actually, I think I'm going to like that once I edge the corners or the edges of these. Once I distress them, I think I'll like how it looks. So I'm just going to go ahead and once again eyeball this and mark with a pencil, trying to leave about 1/4 inch all the way around. So I think I'm going to cut it right there, and I'm going to cut it right there. That looks about right. And I will do the same on all. Do I pull out the cutter or do I do it freehand? Always a scary thing. I'm going to do it freehand. No laughing, you guys. Don't judge me. I'm a terrible straight cutter. It just doesn't happen. So not only am I using scissors. Oh my goodness, look at that. I'm doing 3 at once. This could end badly. All right. And that's what we got. So let's see if these fit on here. Oops, wrong direction. Yeah, they fit pretty well. I can live with it. You are going to have a little bit of an angle. Oh, that one I want to trim down some more. Because you took these notches out, they're not going to line up, obviously, exactly perfect. But it doesn't bother me. And that guy goes there. Yeah, that's not bad. So I'm going to grab my Distress ink. And actually, instead of the green, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my vintage photo. That just lives on my desk right up there with my scrap bucket. And I'm going to go around these edges, get them to stand out a little bit. I love these 2 colors together. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Yep, works for me. So do the other ones lickety-splitty. And then the last one. I'm putting them back in the orientation I want to glue them because that's how I am. I'm the person who will go and promptly glue it the wrong direction before I realize it and then get super crabby. So there's that. And the other thing I think I'm going to do is take this stamp that's lines and a little swirl, and I'm going to stamp some journaling lines for myself. This is Distress Oxide in Peeled Paint, and this is a new stamp. I don't know how many times I've used it, so we'll see if we get a good impression. I'm going to line this up on my board and hold my breath and hope for the best. Oh, actually, yeah, I like that. It's a little bit off. It's a little wonky, but I like how that looks. It's kind of shabby, and it goes with the paper, I think, pretty well. So let's see if we can hold our breath and do it again. Is that a thing? Here's one more. Yay! And there's just a little bit of that swirl, and I like that. I like how that looks. Maybe this one I'll scoot over a little bit and try to get a little bit more of the swirl in. Oh, and I didn't put down my craft mat, and so I'm stamping right on my cutting mat. And I'll end up with the ink everywhere, so let's just grab a baby wipe and wipe that up. Could I make any more noise, crinkling and jangling and carrying on? There, so I'm just going to wipe that up real quickly because I will end up with that ink everywhere. And I'm so cheap, I'm going to fold this up because I hardly used it and stick it back in the baby wipe container so that I can use it again. Yep, I'm going to do it. Cover up my inks. Guess I should have cleaned my stamp while we had the baby wipe out, huh? I'll put it over here to remind myself. Then let's pull this down and look at it. Oh, it's adorable. So now the question is, do we want to put the little journaling spots on this outside and make this a pocket? Or do we want to have it flip out and put the journaling spot there? And we could put a photo here. It would be like a little surprise. What to do? I don't know. I wish you guys could tell me what to do. I think I like it this way. I'm going to make them into pockets. So I'm going to grab my glue. Just give it a good squirt. Oh, I forgot. This one's running out. just right around the edges. Again, I like this glue pretty well because on thinner paper, it doesn't warp it. I'm going to center that in there as best I can. Give it a little smush. Oh, I love how that looks. I love how the colors came out. Kind of sad covering up the butterflies, but we've got them on the other side, so that'll be cool. Be kind of generous with the glue. Center that again. Give it a smush down. Why do I always work crooked? I always work at an angle. And then here's that last one. And stick that one on. Oh, see how the swirl came out? So each one has a little different part. It makes it look like a whole different stamp. Yay, I'm really liking that. All right, so then I guess I'm gonna go ahead and fold these up, give them a glue. And I'm just gonna glue one side so it's more of a tuck. Grab something and show you what I mean. More of a tuck like that so that it's easier to get things in and out. And I'll do that on this side as well. I had been making these triple tags for a while, and then I was watching Gi Kerr's channel. That woman is a genius, and she had an idea about making these little pockets. So I am borrowing that idea. Gi, I hope it's okay. I will link her channel. All right, yeah. The nice old man will link her channel down below because she's just got fabulous ideas. So I kind of took her idea and my triple tag and mixed them up. But isn't that adorable? So you can have little pockets for photos or whatever, little spots for journaling. Fold it all up. And get these, I cannot work with bits on my desk. I gotta get rid of these. I can't think. And again, I'm not throwing those scraps on the floor. I have my little scrap holder right up there. So now I think I would like to put something through my horrible little eyelet there. And I have a, I don't think you can quite see it. I have a drawer unit right here where I throw paper scraps and fabric scraps so that I can use them when I'm working in my phobo or whatever I might be doing. And I have this fap of scrublin. Great. I'm making up my own language right here in front of you. This scrap of fabric, it's like a muslin, and I think I like how that looks because the tag's pretty busy. But you know what would be fun is if we rubber stamped on it. How about that? I think I want to do that. So I'm just going to rip that and see if I've got something hanging around that I can stamp on. Here we go. We'll use this. And I'm going to use that peeled paint again and reach over to my rubber stamp drawer, which is right behind me. Oh, I just got this one at Hobby Lobby the other day when they were on sale. I've been eyeballing it forever, so I got that. So let's use that. And I'm just going to stamp randomly over this muslin. I like the circles and I like the texture. I'm going to do both sides. Get that all stamped up. This is a little fatter than I might want it. Do some ghost stamping. This piece of fabric, I mean. Put that over to clean up. So I think I might take off a little bit more. I don't know if I can get a thin enough strip off, but let's see if we can. We did! Yay! Alright. So, yeah. I'm going to try one more time. Hold on, I know you're bored to death of this eyelet, but I don't really want to try to put the fabric through there when it's all ratchet like that. Oh, that's sort of better. I think I was doing it backwards. I've used this thing for 5 years, 100 times a day, and I still can't get it the right direction. That's sad. So now let's go ahead and poke our fabric through. I'll use my pokey tool and get our stamped fabric poked through there. Oh, I really like how the stamping came out. That looks cool. And see, I think I'm going to tie a knot in it rather than trying to make a hitch fastener, or a hitch knot rather. Hardest part of the whole project is getting this in there. Just tie a little knot. I could have made this a longer strip of fabric, but it is what it is. Tie that little knot right in there. Straighten it up a little bit, fluff it up a little bit. And voila, look how cute that is. You know what I think it needs, though? One last thing is just a little bit of edging. A little bit of ink on the edge. And I won't sit here and do all of it because you guys know how to do this, but I'll probably do the whole tag. And there you go. You can tie a ribbon around it. You can use a paper clip to close it up. You could use a paper clip with a charm on it to close up this little edge. Glue it onto your page so it opens like this. And you have all that goodness. Or you could just leave it the way it is and have it be a traveling guy. So you can paper clip it onto a page or slip it into a pocket. But it does give you all this extra room for journaling or photos or whatever you feel like doing. So that was it today. That was Come Play With Me today, kids. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's something that you can use that would inspire you. Again, I'm going to link Gi Kerr's channel down below. And if you liked the video, if you got any inspiration from it, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Come check us out on Facebook, Recreations by Brooke. We've always got things going on over there. And I'll thank you for spending your time with me. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.